Maybe Kendrick might see this and you can get a job with him.
I'm actually trying to work at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium so I can get into this concert come April. I just want to be at the concession stand and
You
dip
can't just buy
off
a
once.
ticket.
No, I can't. No.
Living in the ghetto.
Oh, I see that y'all coming for Kendrick. I see that y'all coming for Kendrick without even knowing the facts, but it's okay. Drake, as
Kendrick
if
hugs black
you
people.
no,
However,
you're going
no
up for Drake
choice of
as if
choosing a black woman. He did not.
but you're taking
Not
up for Drake, who doesn't even lay down with anyone who's darker
I'm taking up
than his darker
I'm
than a
taking
brown
up
paper
no one. I
bag.
said I'm a Proverb 31.
Oh, Robert said you a problem 31, not Proverbs.
Here we go. This is where me and you veer off from. This is where me and you veer off. We in church today. Pull up the next scripture, child. You got a screw top? You got a screw top?
Yes, anyone who wants some cheap wine and they want a good look, a lot of percent. This is 16%. And when I tell you,
What is that? What is that?
I
even
don't know,
called?
but it's getting me. It's if you got a Kroger's, Kogari's.
Great. What did I say? Great what? Your bottle literally says grape red. You know that's no damn Fanta cherry one.
You get over there.
I'm a Proverb. I'm leaving here feeling good. Welcome.
Yes.
Mike.
Come on through with the.
How are you, Mike?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed and highly favored. Amen.
How was church yesterday then?
So this is how you just gonna call me?
I mean, if you're blessed and highly favored, how was church yesterday?
I mean, Bedside Baptist was the best.
What if Jesus said,
Mhm.
Instead of me actually blessing him, let me just sleep in today?
Well, I mean, Jesus kind of saw this coming. I mean, he knew it before I was going to do it.
Oh, okay.
So it's nothing to be expected. It's right
Any
online.
way to
right on
play
time.
it. I guess any way you can play it, huh?
I'm just saying. But welcome. I had to put my own little razzle dazzle.
Is it what you call it, razzle dazzle?
Yeah. Welcome. Right.
You doing a lot of church singing to not have gone to church.
I mean, what had happened was, no, I didn't go to church, but I did pass by a couple of churches, and I said a prayer when I did. But God knows my heart.
You know what's scary? What time is it?
8:13. Not 8 o'clock, but 8:13.
You know what's interesting?
What?
Okay, never mind. Yeah. So how's it going?
What would you about to say? Everything is going fine. The temperature dropped. We survived this storm that they said was coming through. The way that they were calling it, I thought I was gonna have to pack my house up and leave.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, the way it was, being
Pack up your house and
told.
leave. I have so many jokes I could just.
I mean, just pack it up and go. But nothing didn't really happen too much. We were good here.
Oh, okay. So what was it like? Was it rain? Like what was it?
They were calling for a whole bunch of tornadoes, actually. And some did land. I think some, the worst of it was probably in Alabama, if
Did
I'm
you
not
go
mistaken.
so did you go to sorry, this is way off topic, but when you said that, it made me think about Atlanta. Did you go to Angie Stone thing?
No, I did not go to Angie Stone's. I saw that Jeremica went.
Okay, who was that?
Now, when I tell you Jeremica, she be at every event in Atlanta. Did you say who was that?
It was a joke, but you kept on
Did
going.
you say?
I wanted to pretend like I didn't say it because you pretend like I didn't say it. What's going on with her? Because she
With Jeremica?
yes.
Jeremica, she living her
everywhere.
life. She living her life, and I can't even be mad at it.
I can. Shit, I can be mad at it, child, because
she be at all the good events, all the good music
she
events
does.
and stuff.
And then she told me that her wife, she don't have to work, she don't have to lift a finger, she don't have to do nothing. Like she just live her life. And I was like, girl,
can I have that?
Where did I go wrong? Like where did we go wrong?
Look, what part of my prayer didn't reach where it was supposed to go?
Like Sierra. Sierra. I'm sorry, guys. I know that's an awful sound. I know it's an awful sound down here. What the hell, Jerry? Like, we need to have her on here and figure out if she could help us. Shit.
Okay, and point us in the right direction.
Point us in the right direction of stay at home, just go to, celebrities' funerals. But anyway, that's awful. Hey, Jerry, if you're listening, we love you. Come teach us your ways. I got a question for you.
Yes. What is your
I heard someone ask this
question?
question, and I thought this was kind of a dumb question, but then when I heard
Mhm,
their answers, I thought that maybe it wasn't dumb. So, when you sleep at night, do you
mhm.
sleep with like blackout curtains?
Yes, I actually do. I have some
Is
blackout curtains.
okay. Do you prefer it that way?
Yes, I actually do. Because I mean, for a good portion of my
Mhm.
life, for my adult
Mm,
life, no, I haven't used those. But honestly, I would say within the past, well, actually, since I got my home, so three
mm,
years ago, I actually started using blackout. I love it
okay.
because I can't tell when it's light out. It's not interrupting my sleep. My body
Yeah.
naturally has its own alarm clock, but it's just it's good. But then sometimes it's like when you wake up in the middle of the light, in the middle of the night, and you don't have no light,
Child,
and
if
you
I wake
like
up in the
this.
middle of the light, then just I don't want to go. I'm not
We say I'm
ready.
not going toward the light, but
No.
no, it's sometimes it just be too pitch black. So there
Yeah.
are times like in my bathroom, I may leave like the blind open just a pinch
Yeah.
because I can't see stuff in my room actually.
Do
But
you live
what about
alone?
you?
Do you live alone?
Hmm.
Do you be scared? Like, do you be scared?
To live alone?
No, like, well, not to live alone, but like, you know how you was like, like it's too dark, so you got to leave on
Hmm.
something. Like, do you be scared? Because when I be in the house
Honestly,
by myself, I sleep downstairs.
no. Honestly, I don't. Number
But you're
one
military. You're
because,
ex-military.
huh?
You're ex-military. I keep forgetting.
Well, not necessarily because of that. I just feel like okay.
You
So
feel
in
safe.
my home, I created just this piece,
Oh
honestly. So
wow.
it's just like I'm just, part of my example. You know how when you're growing up young, you'll
Hmm.
go, say
I'm
for
still
instance, you cut
growing
off
up.
all the lights downstairs and
Hmm.
you're going upstairs and you run because you don't know what's behind you. You're just like, oh my God, because it's just pitch black, it's just dark. You
Hmm.
run up the steps, thinking somebody chasing you. But I mean, I got to the point with myself to where I created, my house with peace to where me walking up the steps, even if it's just pitch black, I'm
Hmm.
walking in my house pitch black up the steps to my room because I know the layout. I
Hmm.
don't have a problem with it. Like I'm
Wow.
just fine in that regard.
I
So
know we're
yeah.
going off left, but how did you create your like when you say you created a home of peace? Like, what does that mean?
Like I figured out what my boundaries were. I figured out what my triggers were. Boundaries as in regard to my reservoir of energy that I have put aside just for those that I may try to, vent to or try to help with some suggestions. Because when you do that, you're
Mhm.
actually losing some of your own energy. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
losing a piece of it. So I just find ways to minimize that impact.
Mm,
um and then also, I mean, because that stops those conversations throughout the day, that stops specific people from coming over or me inviting them over. So I'm just creating a place of
got
peace
it.
for myself. So
So
that's just part of
your
the way.
home is your refuge, it's your
Yeah, yeah,
peace.
it definitely is. I
That's
mean, what
beautiful.
about you when it comes to, well, first off, do you have any blackout curtains?
I do. I have
Do you like
blackout
them or
curtains, and I also have a blackout eye mask.
oh
I do both.
wow,
Yeah, because I don't want
hold on,
none.
you do both?
I do both of
Damn,
them.
I don't know if
Hmm.
I could do both though.
So in my current living situation, I do both. I don't think I like typically I won't do both, but now I
Mhm.
do both. So I have like blackout curtains, but a little because now when I tell you this time change has screwed me every which way
For
but right. Okay.
real.
I've been truly off because I feel like the sun been coming up more. Um so yeah, I've been wearing my weighted eye blackout cover, and
Mhm.
then I have my blackout, you know,
Yeah.
curtains. Like I couldn't imagine not having them.
Oh
But then
wow.
I'm wondering because see, you have a lot of discipline, and I'm trying to get up earlier. Well, see, I can't even say that because of my situation, my living situation. So yeah, so yeah,
So the blackout curtains are okay though for
yeah.
you. I mean, that's just your okay.
Blackout curtains is definitely a necessity.
It
So
really is. It
the
truly
guy
is.
was saying that why he was saying his wife required him to have these blackout curtains in their bedroom, but he was like, "Well,
Mhm.
how the hell do you sleep? Like, if you can't sleep without blackout curtains, how you been sleeping all
Mhm.
your life with your natural blackout curtains, which is like your eyes being covered by your eyelids?" He was like, "You can't see when you're
Mhm.
asleep, so why do you need blackout curtains?" I thought it was very interesting because that was a weird take on it.
Well, no, because I know, say for instance, when I close my eyes,
Hmm.
and if there's like a hint of light, I mean, I don't know if my eyeballs can feel it. I don't know if it's like a shadow or it's just some type of. So when you see that shadow, or not shadow, but that light, even with your eyes closed, I mean, it can, just irritate the hell out of you. But then also too, it's a good thing because I know with some people like myself, when I wake up and I don't mean to wake up at that specific time, it's hard for me to go back to sleep.
Hard.
So yes, in
Have you ever
essence,
had
yes.
insomnia?
No, but I know someone who has issues with going to sleep. Like they stay up late, you know what I'm saying? Go to bed and wake right back up in the next hour or two.
Insomnia ain't no joke, man. Like last night I didn't get no sleep. Honestly, since again, daylight savings, I have been not getting any sleep. And I'm really seeing the horrible effects of like not getting any sleep. It's really bad. It's really, really bad.
Yeah, you need that energy. You need to get your sleep.
What that's supposed to mean?
No, I'm just saying you got to get your sleep. You got to get rested up so you can,
I know.
get that body
I know.
going.
You're right because at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry, I'm. Some people are messaging me about the show. What was I saying? When I don't get sleep, it's awful, and I haven't really had sleeping issues for for several months now. But this week, I have been having horrible sleeping issues, and it's like it goes into my next day, and I'm just off. I'm just all off. But God, how was your weekend?
The weekend was good. It wasn't too bad. Actually, I went to go chill with my sister.
Oh wow!
Went to go pick her up because there was this sandwich that came out at
Oh
Einstein
Lord, this
Bagels
sounds
that
so
I
bad.
love. No, so I don't know if you all ever had or if you all have Einstein Bagels in your area, but we went.
Oh, a
It
bagel.
was, huh?
Oh, you said a bagel guy. Sorry.
Yeah, Einstein Bagels, and it was country gravy something bagel. It had, your bacon, eggs, and all that good stuff. When I tell you it was so good, I just wanted to go try it out. But anyway, so spending time with my sister, thought that was fun. Went to go work out, of course, per usual.
Period.
Actually, like I told you before, I don't go out much. However, Friday, I had an itch to really go out. I said, you know what? I
Ooh,
am goings out.
really?
So I hit up, yeah. So I told Rob. So then it was me, Rob, and one of our other friends. So we met at this one place first. We went to Terrell from what's this?
Terrell Owens.
No, from Tyler Perry plays that Terrell, the black dude, dark skin, chiseled. He sung in that in the church when the mama came through on one of the movies, and she was like, "Hear me now," and she came through because she was a drug addict. And everybody remember that scene. Anyways, if you don't remember the scene, when the mother came in, she was a drug addict. The little girl who was her daughter, she was in the church singing, and then the pastor who was Terrell. So anyway, so he was at the karaoke. We ended up
Oh,
leaving before he came in. But then, yeah, then I went and, went and explored the town and ran into a couple of potentials.
what?
And that was about it.
Was it really giving potential, Terrell?
Yeah, when I was like, whenever you're ready to settle down and marry, just let me know.
See, but you be fumbling the bag, like, and see, even listening to you now, you be fumbling it. You
With
fumble
this,
and you sabotage.
no, but with this one, I said I may try to go out on a date because every single time we're out and this
Why?
person
But
comes,
why are you
Robert be
saying
like,
May?
"Why are
Why?
you
Why?
do
Why
this?"
May? Why May?
I don't know, but I mean, I know I am gonna go out on a date with this person, so
When?
that's pretty cool. You're
When?
not gonna put me on the spot.
When?
So, what about you? How was your weekend? Like, what
I
did you
had
do?
the best weekend ever, honestly. I had the most rejuvenating, family oriented. I went to church Sunday. I hung out with my brothers and my
Mm-hmm.
nieces and just, a bunch of people Sunday evening. I hung out with family Saturday night. Now it's crazy because I had an itch to go out Saturday, but I didn't
Didn't
have a
have
brother
it.
or nobody else to go in. So I ended up just hanging out with my brother again, and I just had a really great weekend. Like Sunday just really fed
Was
my.
that in the garage? I didn't mean to interrupt. Was that in the garage when I saw your story?
That was so Sunday. I got up, I went to
Mm-hmm.
church, great church service.
Praise the Lord.
Then came home, cooked some burgers because I saw you cook burgers or talk about burgers. So I cooked some burgers. I kind of overcooked them, whatever. Anyway, so then me and Bailey went to my brother's house, and he has a band called Audacity. Shout out to Audacity if you're in the
And they can
comments.
play because I heard them going across the
Very, very
strings.
good. Very,
Yeah, they
very
are.
good. So I went and they just wanted me to come and do a little 1, 2 sing, me. So I did a little bit of that, and then my oldest
I
daughter
said,
came
no.
over. You said what?
No, I was saying I heard you when you were singing. Were they asking you to be a part of the band or something? Because they were sounding they were awesome. Number one, that's no shade. Like, all through the little jokes and stuff, they were really good. I love me a good old guitarist.
So you saying that I wasn't good?
It could have been mic troubles. I'm gonna keep it there, okay?
And listen, you have opened the gateways of hell to the rest of this podcast. Let me let you know, Mike. You have opened up the floodgates of hell. But anyway, yeah. So they have a band, and that was the first time kind of hanging around the new members of the band. It was just really good. It was just one of those things when you said last Thursday, you was like, one of the most important things to you to help you is like being around your family and like being around love and safety and peace and good vibes and just family. It just gave me energy that I needed. I got up today. Even though I didn't sleep well, I walked for an hour. Okay, I got let me see how many steps I got. Let me see how many steps. I'm sorry.
For an hour, I hope you hit 1,000.
I got 7,940 steps today. How the hell did Daryl get 7,000 steps? He ain't walk.
How you know Daryl didn't walk?
Because I know he didn't walk. Anyway,
so yeah, I got your back. I know you walk.
I'm kind of mad that I didn't get 10,000. Damn, I done walk for a whole hour. How many steps I gotta do? God, I'm trying to reach that. Now, if I walk for a freaking hour, up hills, down hills, back and forward, and I still ain't reach 10,000 steps, that's crazy. But yeah, I went for a walk today. I'm feeling good. God is good. That's all I'll say.
Yes. God did all the time.
You've been talking for 17 minutes and he got it.
No, that's good because, I know folks relating and stuff. And sometimes I like hearing when other people on podcasts, they actually become relatable when they talk about their daily experiences.
I like to be relatable, child.
Hold on. So are we going to do a question or was that the question?
Well, we already 17 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah, we are.
Yeah. Let's get it started because I'm here for this black love. I don't know, Mike. You want to take a deep breath or you want to do a question or you want to what do you want to do with your world?
No, we could talk about the black love,
Okay, let's do
it. That's pretty much what's happening around these parts. Yeah. Now, for me, I just love when I see, especially a young, thriving black couple. You know what I'm saying? One that kind of makes sense when you look at them. I know opposites attract, but at the same time, this couple just looked like, they're supposed to be together. But I didn't know of anything like this. So if you all don't know as of what we're talking about, congrats go in order for NFL player DK Metcalf, excuse me. Did I say Matt? NFL player DK Metcalf.
Just start from the top, child. Just try to get a sentence right.
Okay, hold on.
Take a little swish.
Okay. So congrats are in order for NFL player DK Metcalf. Lord, why I keep saying Metcalf? Like,
start over. Listen, you gonna start over until you get this right, because you know what? We're in hell. Start over.
Okay. So congrats are in order for NFL player DK
Mike.
What? You making me laugh and I can't get past DK Metcalf.
Or your school system fest. Which one is it?
I don't know because Trump's getting rid of the Department of Education. Okay.
Trump winning.
One more time.
Love a good political pit stop and
hold on.
Education.
I need your support. You ready? Okay. Congrats are in order for NFL player DK Metcalf. Reveals that him and Normani are engaged during his Steelers signings. My beautiful Beyonce. Jesus! You know what? I don't know what happened. Okay, we're just going to talk about this and keep moving forward. So, what do you think about this couple?
What's his name?
DK Metcalf.
I'm in love. First of all, so many words. Normani is the most underrated, one of the most underrated
oh my gosh, yeah.
artists. She is a killer dancer, a killer singer. She's a full package, and it's really concerning to me, which is a whole other topic as to why she ain't number one child, like for real, for real. But I love her now. I love her music. So she has a really good energy about herself. I think she's so talented, and so I love to see her winning with this beautiful black chocolate. And
Okay.
they look beautiful together. I love how he was like, you better he said, hold that ring up, he said, hold that rock
That's
up.
what I was about to say. Yes.
Right. He was very proud
He
to
was.
show off his fiance. He did an amazing, beautiful proposal, like a very elaborate, beautiful proposal. He included her friends. He included not her friends, her family, his family. It was a whole huge surprise. I mean, the proposal in itself is giving like Black Cinderella. It's beautiful, and I'm here for it. And I'm also here for the fact that Sierra and Russell hooked them up.
Okay, like when I tell you, I need to go ahead. That's where we need to push some of our requests to, and then we just pretty much go from there. So when it comes to this relationship, like you stated, I'm loving all of this. Number one, because he is so proud to introduce her to the world. He is so proud to claim her in front of the world on a world stage, and that goes for both parties. Man or female, when you have a partner and you brag about your partner, or if you are proud to announce like, yes, this is my woman, yes, this is my man, that just makes your significant other feel so freaking special. But then also too, like you stated, them being, guided by, I guess you could say, the Wilsons, because for 4 years, actually, he was wanting to get after her. And there was a situation to where I think she was already in a situationship, and he was like, okay. He literally waited because he's been trying to get after her for the past,
How did he
I
know?
want to say since 2020, because he saw her video, that one video that she performed on the VMA when she was hanging on the fence, and she had a short skirt. And it was like purple dye, tie-dyed and whatever.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, he was like, when I saw her on that video, I knew then that was going to be my wife. So he found ways to get, but for a while, for 4 years, the scheduling, he couldn't. So then finally, he was able to get after her, and they got in a relationship.
Maya, shout out to you for the investigative reporting, because that makes this beautiful Black love story even more beautiful. The fact that he saw her, he wanted her, he called her his wife, he waited for her.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my watch. I hit the mic. But no, I agree.
It's beautiful.
Did you want to hear the auto?
Yes.
Beautiful fiance, man, for being here with me. But can't wait to step on the field, man, with the rest of the Black and Gold Nation. Peace out. What's up, Skillet Nation? DK Metcalf here. Can't wait to put on the Black and Gold. Just once, shout out to my agent and mini agent, Grayson and Joe Kills, for helping me put all this together. Shout out to my beautiful fiance, man, for being here with me. But can't wait to.
He said the fiance before the mother, before you got a good place in his heart. Just look at this. Look at the, come on, look at the sexiness.
Like, oh my God, triggered.
Okay, I just love it. He look good, she look good. That's what's up. I'm hoping it's the last.
So I saw somebody put somewhere in a comment, and they said they were so glad that he chose a woman who was the same, of a deeper hue, and a woman who looked like his mother, who looked like him. And that really made me think, like, what did that make me think? Is that really a thing? I guess it is a thing.
Well, okay, so a different race, or just a different complexion, a different hue?
All of the above.
Okay, because of his past, or because of the perception of athletes? No, I'm asking because of his past or the perception of athletes.
The perception of athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like a athlete get that money, get to the bag. He. I don't even know the stats on this, because the stats,
right,
and what they push out are two different things. You know what I'm saying? But the appearances, is it seems like once they get on, they leave you ask for a white girl or a white looking girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's something that's here?
Well, see, I don't know. Like you said, when it comes to the stats, we talk, and you would think that this is not normal. When I actually feel it is normal, it's a lot. However, sometimes those other stories do get a little bit more light shine on them. But when I do see, celebrities, athletic, or it doesn't matter where they're at in celebrity world, when I see it's a Black couple, I cheer automatically. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I just feel like we need that example of strong, successful Black love. And I like when it's in the forefront.
And it's beautiful. Like, one thing you said that is just the realest dealest of it all is the way that he seems excited. He seems happy. Like, they have been together for a minute, I want to
For
say.
a minute.
Yeah. And it's like you ain't heard of him or her in any scandals. It's just,
and that's the thing. Keep it private. Keep it off. Do you think if during the time when he really wanted her, and do you think if he would have put it online forcefully and let everybody know what his plans were, do you think it would have came out as successful with him getting in a relationship with her? Or
I think what's meant to be will be. However, I think it's very smart to read the room and see what the room is typically given, and to keep your stuff behind closed doors. I mean, I have to respect that. I mean, it's just so many layers of respect behind this that's just another one. Like, I like how he did it. I like how they did it. They have pretty much kept it under wrap, and I think it works. And I think that's the best way to do. And
right.
the ring on it. And even honestly, sometimes maybe wait till you walk on that aisle, because people are evil, and a lot of the thoughts and the thought pockets and some of the vultures, whatever, culture vultures, they may start preying on him even more just because he's with a beautiful Black queen. So at the end of the day, they have to stay prayed up. I'm glad that
they built that foundation for them years.
And I'm really glad that it seems like both families are connected.
Yes.
And, so they have the right foundation to start. They're not starting on shaky ground.
And then also too, and of course, I know we got other subjects, but
take your time.
With them and with Sierra and Wilson being on the background, I'm not in a relationship, but can you speak to this? Is it helpful to have mentors or folks that are in a relationship, like somebody you can look up to, like another couple? Do you think something like that will help younger couples or new couples engagement?
I have an answer for that. A very interesting answer for that. So, in my first marriage, we went to marriage counseling, and I remember one time we went to this couples marriage something, and I remember that the pastor said that you should not be having a bunch of like single friends, and even if you have married friends, you don't need to be telling them all your business. But he said that in his opinion, he thought that it was very important to have one married couple that you trusted, that you both trusted, and that you both felt the need to felt the freedom and the ability to confidently and discreetly, I guess in some cases, confide in them with your problems. And so I guess with that being said, I think that everything is community based. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking in the Black community especially. Like, we have to get out of this thing of like we keep ourselves separated for the dumb shit and come together for this dumb you know what I'm saying, for the dumb shit. So I feel like I'm going around in circles, but to answer your question, I think that it is very imperative to have a foundation. Now, that doesn't have to be another couple.
But no, I get what you're saying though, because you want to have that village. You got to have your own, whether it's this, your village of friends that are kind of like-minded, but then you also have another village of, couples that are pretty much like-minded, or someone like you stated that you can look up to. So yeah, I think it is imperative that one is had, because you will want someone that you can relate to that may have been through the fire, through the yeah. So,
but I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna tell you, like, just to be personal with it. So I know, like, for me, when I'm dating someone and it gets to be serious, before I even let it get serious, I take that person to my brother and his wife, because I trust them. And before I even like let it get to a serious base, I trust them to be like, okay, well, you know what? You're not looking at this, or now. I guess it don't always work. But at the end of the day, it's like typically, like, because I trust them, they're a married couple who've been married for damn near 20 years. And it's like, if I meet somebody, I trust them to want them to meet my partner, because number one, I know how important family is to me. I know how our family dynamics are. And it's important for me, for my partner to be able to blend with my family, because I've had it before to where my partner did not blend with my family, and it causes problems. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
so
can imagine.
yeah, it's a lot of layers in that, but I do think that it's important to have people, communities, relationships, in your life that you trust and that you and your partner trust together that y'all can go to, because marriage and relationships is a very serious thing. And I think that when people are in trouble in their marriage and in their relationships, they're not thinking clear. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good setup that, Russell and Sierra, they've been together for a very long time.
Right.
They have dealt with, him being a football star, her being a musician. They know what comes with that. So now that's awesome. Again, another,
Oh, that's right. That is,
yeah. So
something
it's a
similar.
parallel. So they trust them. And I think it's great. I think they're
Yeah,
setting up for success for sure.
definitely. I'm loving all of that.
I'm loving it.
Beep. While we are here, before we go to the next story, if possible, while you're in, can you please hit the like button? Can you try to share and perhaps subscribe? By doing these things, it will allow us to get into the algorithm to get noticed so we can be out there. And so more people can see the love and joy that we love to give to everyone.
Hey,
Eh?
Steph. Let's see Steph in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's beautiful. I think that's a beautiful way to start this show. It's a beautiful way to start the week, child. Listen, when I read that Vogue article of their proposal, I think I might have shed a little bit of a tear. It was beautiful. It's really
Oh, for real? You said you might have shared a little bit of a tear.
it's beautiful. Like I'm a hopeless romantic. You know what I'm saying? And when I see someone, find their person,
Mm-hmm.
it's just I think that the angels sing. The angels sing.
Yes. Now we are going to another story, which is totally opposite. Do you want to go to this story right away, or save it for a little bit later?
Let's go to it, y'all. Stay
All right, and you're gonna have to introduce one. This one really triggered me when I watched it, and I seen this before you sent it to me. Like seriously, it triggered me so bad. So you're gonna have to do it, and let
It
me go ahead
triggered
and just.
you.
Yeah, I just didn't like. Yeah.
Let me move this off of here. So, y'all, it was one of them nights when I could not sleep, and I happened to be scrolling up and down the gram, and I saw this big ass Mexican flip this black girl over. A black girl has been assaulted by a racist Mexican bully after the school did nothing. I can't see that, so you gotta read that child up a little, a little print.
Oh, geez, I don't even want to look at this. Hold on, let me see how I can block this. So basically, I got to put my hand up because it's on the screen.
Oh my god!
So I can't see it. So allegedly, this black teenage girl is being bullied at the school she attends. This is predominantly Mexican school. So supposedly, make a long story short, she's been going to the authorities and to the teachers and staff, letting them know, hey, I'm getting bullied. Her parents know that she's getting bullied, but nothing is being done about it. However, it looks as though that she is left in the class with other classmates. The teacher is nowhere to be found. From my understanding, what was said in some of these texts is that she hit him first. So I don't know if it was with an alleged metal object, but she hit him first. As you can see here, I don't know if you want to do audio. He retaliated, but I didn't. Yeah, she's sitting here literally fighting for her life. He has to be at least about 6'3". She has to be no taller than 5 foot.
Huge.
He got to have her by double or triple her size. But at the end, he just takes her head, braids, and slams it on the desk. And that's when she falls out, like knocked out cold. It was like you saw her clawing at his face, and he's just laughing, holding her head down.
He was laughing.
They're calling her the N-word in the classroom. The girls, the boys, they're just looking. That's why I couldn't have my child go to a predominantly whatever other race than their own race. I couldn't do it. But what's your thoughts behind this? Because, baby, I tasted blood on this one.
Right. This might sound awful, but first of all, looking at that big ass Mexican dude, he looks like he is a nutcase, like he is a mental case. Because, and I'm saying that because something about looking at his face, him laughing,
You're right.
when everybody's like, oh, kind of, and I feel like people who was looking wasn't given what I thought that they should have gave with her.
Right.
whatever. But he needs to be in jail. I don't know how old he is. I don't care. He needs to be in jail. He needs to be in jail. He needs to pay for whatever hospital bills she had. He needs to give her and her family a lump sum. He needs to be in jail. He needs to be in jail.
I don't even, like you stated, his facial expressions, his reactions, the way that he was smiling, it wasn't that of let me fend off. It was more of him enjoying this and saying to the other classmates, y'all see this, while holding her head as if she's a rag. Like,
Yeah.
that motherfucker need to go into the hospital. He need to get checked in, like for real, for real.
Take him straight to the jail. So,
To the jail, but he do need to be like checked out. Like he got that. What was that movie that Macaulay Culkin played in, The Good Son?
yes, and he's giving honestly Michael Myers. Like there's a version of what movie is that? The Michael Myers movie.
Halloween.
Halloween. It is one of the Halloween movies where they show Michael Myers as a kid, and this is what this kid is giving to me. They're in middle school. Damn, I didn't even realize that they're in middle school.
Yeah, they're in middle school, and he towers her. So I don't know if he failed a couple of grades or what. But if I was the father, I would have came in there and let everybody have it. I would have went to jail that day and been okay about it.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I had a lot of questions. Like, I wonder what made this black girl go to a predominant. I didn't know they had predominantly Mexican school.
Well, I mean, it just depends on exactly where she's at.
Yeah.
But I mean, it did not say where she was at.
Where?
Hold on, a 14-year-old Jeho middle school. Oh, so she is 14. I'm trying to see students being No, it doesn't give any type of location, but
I wonder. I didn't really see anything.
Oh, hold on. The mom, I'm sorry. The boy's mother claims the incident was not racially motivated and blames the substitute teacher for not intervening, while activists call for addressing the racial component.
What does the substitute teacher have to do with him hitting her with a metal object?
No, she hit him. She supposedly she hit him.
Well,
But
whoever hit who, whatever he did, when he put her down and she wasn't able to move at the end, and he's a big ass 6'4" Mexican dude, that ain't got nothing to do with the sub. Y'all are not babies in
nothing.
daycare. Y'all are in middle school. I'm sure they were more close to the high school age as as it relates to that. At the end of the day, you're just looking for someone to point the finger at. You should be beating your son ass. You should be like putting your son. That's one of them things where they should put the son somewhere with a damn sign on, embarrass him, humiliate him, and make him a fucking example. I don't care. This is one, like, I'm down for my kids, but if my kids if I had a son and my son did some shit like that, oh no.
It was weird. Like, if y'all see this video, I don't want to play the audio, but if y'all see this video, go back. Just just know it's one of those triggering ones. But if you see his facial expressions and them calling her the N-word, some were laughing, some were actually kind of scared. But Stephanie says, "OMG,
Right.
okay, cool character stated and saw red definitely. When I tell you, ooh, I would have been tasting blood. Exactly. And Tank." Baby, this would have to act as though, this would have to act as though they were doing training for a tornado, hiding in the halls, because I'm running up through there. Okay, Tasmanian devil running through.
Right.
Unresponsive. I couldn't see that. I'm sorry. Cheap viewers on what the hell?
Why are you reading?
I couldn't see. I'm sitting here struggling. Tank, what Tank say? The fact that
watch it again. Is there audio to this? Because I feel like we need to show them, like, for real.
It's audio. Okay, it's audio, but I'm gonna take one.
Well, no.
Huh?
We can't see it.
Okay, so you don't want to play the audio? Okay.
No, I was saying maybe we shouldn't play it. I don't know. I forgot what the audio was.
I mean, the audio is just her, and then you hearing her getting slammed across the desk.
Yeah,
and see, like I can't do it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. You can just listen. You can just make up the audio sounds in your head as you want.
Okay.
Because it's bad. It's bad. It scared me because I didn't see that she was even moving.
Yeah, because at the end, I think one of the other girls actually came over and start trying to move her and was like, "Hey, she is not moving. She is just limp. Like she was not." I thought she was dead for a second.
I did too. And it really makes you wonder, what the hell kind of school is she going to? I get that kids, this ain't even the kids will be kids thing, but I was just really surprised that nobody seemed to run to her, or nobody seemed to be like, well, dang, this is a big ass 6'5" monster. After
I
this,
think that's why though. I think that's why, because he was so tall. I mean, he towered the other kids.
that's true.
They were probably scared, and he was doing it with a smile.
That's actually yeah.
I'll be like, oof, dude.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about that way now. That's different. And I hate to say it, but I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Like if I was a kid and I saw this big ass bully psycho,
Yeah,
unaliving somebody in front of our face, I don't know if I'm gonna be like, oh, let me go intervene. No.
yeah, definitely. But
I really want to follow the story to see like what happens. Because I mean, I don't care that he a kid. I don't care that he's in middle school. I want to know his name. I want to know his period.
matter of fact, you know what? We'll give you an update on Thursday once we do a little bit more investigation on it. But definitely what we can do is talk about this next topic.
Yes.
And it has to deal with Tank. And no, we're not talking about the Tank in our comments. We're talking about the R&B Tank. Amen.
Yes, Tank. I can't get over Tank wife. God forgive me.
Why?
I don't know.
His wife is pretty. She's gorgeous. Okay. I like her. So yeah, in regard to this story, on R. Kelly's residuals and audience not tapping into older artists.
Music.
So he
I'm sorry, talking over you, sweetie.
Oh no, you good? What were you about to say?
I was saying let's play the audio. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so I just want y'all to listen to the last statement, but listen to the whole thing. But the last statement is what we're talking about. So here we go.
I think he sounds old.
Right. Really?
He's an older artist. He's done it. He's had his time. And to us, the fad chasers, our culture, the what's next or what's now culture is what we are. We don't maintain a tradition. Like there's no way that New Edition or any of our elder statesmen shouldn't have sold out arena tours.
Easily.
Rolling Stones can come back anytime they feel like it. Do a sold out tour. Queen, anytime they feel like it. Sold out tour. Paul McCartney can say, I'm going out.
Sold out.
Sold out. We are the only people that separate ourselves from our foundational and our traditional moments and cast it away like it's old. It's no. And that's us.
Did you feel any guilt enjoying R. Kelly's residual?
Yeah, what was your thought of it?
Did I feel guilt in enjoying it?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows me, knows that I've always been an R. Kelly fan. They know I've always, I was raised in trying to be R&B coming out of my gospel space. Babyface, R. Kelly, Brian McKnight, like those were my study guides.
Those was like some of the main ones.
So no, I didn't feel away enjoying it. I couldn't.
He's talented.
He's talented. I couldn't grab it and post it on my page and say new R. Kelly. I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? I got Hell's Kitchen to promote. You know what I mean? And I think it's tough because a lot of people have been in my comments saying why you ain't post the R. Kelly thing, and I'm like, guys, why do I have to insert myself into that back and forth?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I thought?
So, because it is a little bit longer. So basically what it was a question that was asked, why don't individuals, because of how R. Kelly is, he's so talented and gifted, why don't music artists and other producers actually go to him and say, hey, can you help me write? You got people that's, in these jail cells now, i.e. Tory Lanez, that's trying to put out stuff. Why aren't anyone or too many people actually going to R. Kelly? And pretty much he was saying within the Black community, when our artists get older, our producers, it seems like we just toss them to the side and we keep it moving. And the example that he gave, I feel like was a perfect example because all our iconic artists that still to this day that have come out like Smokey Norfolk, not Smokey. What is his name? The one with the green eyes. Yes. Yeah. No, not Smokey, but what's the one with the green eyes?
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson, yes. So when you have people like him and who's another older artist? Keith Sweat. It's just like they struggling sometimes to get people in the seats. And they should.
I'll be honest with you though, because God, what I'm about to say, because when you was playing that, my first thought was Keith Sweat and Smokey. Lord, I'm about to say what you about to say. Smokey Robinson, they be out there gyrating and sweating.
They do.
You don't be seeing Elton John and all them out there gyrating. Not that makes it right, but that was just my first thought. I
They
don't
be
know.
putting in work.
I don't know about that.
But why though? But why you don't know about it?
I feel like, oh my God, I cannot say this because it sounds awful, but I'm just gonna tell you my first thoughts. This might doesn't make it right, but I feel like sometimes with our older artists, it gives it gives something different. Like in those particular examples, their vocals are not the same. I don't
So
know.
it's not Paul McCartney, but that's what he
It
was saying.
gets a little bit cheap.
See, and I hate that. And this is not for you because obviously your thoughts, other think the
I
same
mean,
way. Other
yeah,
may have the same
that would not
mindset,
make
and
me
it's.
not want to go. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just thinking out loud
I
here.
mean, no, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, because there's other that thinks like you as well, and it's one of those things of like Robert just said, or excuse me, Tank just said, it made him think about Angie Stone, but then also too, Paul McCartney and some of the ones that he mentioned, they be off key. They
Mm,
can't even hardly move on stage,
that's true.
but you best believe they are going to make $1 million that night because folks want to come out and see them versus the black community lifting up
But see, the
their,
black community, they'll be playing at Candy's grandma's chicken shack. I don't know. I feel like sometimes they might sell them own selves out by like going because I don't feel like these white people be going to these chicken shack type places. So maybe they cheapen themselves. So then we look at them as cheapened. I'm trying to.
no, I mean that's a reason probably and why they can't go to a specific venue
Mhm.
because the black community
Ugh.
is not providing or giving that to them for them to. So I don't think it's them that's selling it short for themselves. I think it's the us. We got to cherish our elders a lot more, and I do feel like the respect for our elders. Even in some of the shows that we talked to previously, I felt like how we're not invested in our own history like that. Like we
Mhm.
should be. We're not cherishing the ones that we have here now. So it's yeah.
But do you have any thoughts as to why we might not,
Um.
or they might not?
Honestly, I don't. I mean, I think it's several
Yeah.
different things, and why I feel like we've strayed so far away from encouraging, our new generation of kids coming up to look back,
Hmm.
to take notice, to you know what I'm saying.
But I
So
don't
it's
think they're
like
doing that. They're not doing that. They're not encouraging them kids to look back.
who
Like they're not doing that. The white community
who.
isn't doing that. Like they're not doing that.
We're not worried about the white community in that instance and how they actually, but I mean, I just feel like we need to encourage our the youth coming up to cherish the elders, cherish the ones that came before them, especially with the craft that they're trying to do. Because some of this get quick schemes of pop shit that they putting out on the radio now is like, ugh. That's why they don't have no classics. Like I be thinking for these new generation of kids, like what are y'all gonna be looking to within the next 20 or 30 years? Like what type of songs
Like here's the
would
thing:
be considered classic?
the generation behind us, they're listening to like the Sexy Reds and to the bend it over, pop your pussy type situation.
Yeah.
Like we still had like Lauryn Hill, we still had we still haven't had Jasmine Sullivan. We still have some of the residue of some of the older artists, so we yearn to hear it. But I feel like it's only going to get worse because
No, yeah.
they can't even relate to a Smokey Robinson or Keith Sweat. They're like shit. They're picking that damn Genuine and damn Nelly. Like
And it's wild. It's crazy, but I do feel like like you said, it may get worse. I hope it don't, but it looked like it's going towards that way.
well,
But if you can recall, you remember Brandy when she did a song.
mhm,
Brandy sung with all the icons:
mhm.
Whitney, Shaka, Aretha, Gladys, Mariah. And this is when she was young, when she was first getting in the business. So it's just like the new artist now. It's like, okay, look at me. I'm the shit. I don't need y'all. I'm going to move forward.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But see, then that brings up another point. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but it brings up another point. When I think about when I think about some of these black artists that come out, they still out here trying. Like Nelly is pretty old, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
and even Genuine is pretty old, and it's like they're still out there trying to do these old moves and looking crazy. I don't know,
I
like
hate that for
it
him.
comes
Yeah.
off like it comes off kind of like a joke. Like people are making memes about that damn move that Genuine was trying to do. I don't know.
Well, that's number one because black folks always got to find something funny. I'm here for it, but then at the same time, we'll find something funny, joke about something, and joke somebody right out of having a career and won't think nothing else about it.
And that, honestly, that kind of validates your point in what you were saying, how the lack of respect is there. We don't. We look at them.
Next thing you know, like you said, we got memes of Genuine falling just, off of the speaker. And it's just like, shit, I don't want to go there if he falling. So it's like,
we can't even get through the segment without laughing.
I'm just saying.
We ain't no better.
Okay, let me read something. We have Tank that stated, yep, that makes me even think about Angie Stone and others. The example is the people that are out today singing R&B don't want a day of the Kelly Price's Fantasia, Let Us Evolve. Okay, they do not want a part of that flat-footed singing from back in the day.
No.
He also states, but they have moved them to the side, but they will sing them under the table. Okay, one, labels don't put in work like they used to, and really don't, because they don't do no artist development no more.
No more.
Used to, and promote people like they used to. Social media has made people famous, unlike the others had to get it out the mud. And you know what? And to go off of that point, and I think that's what it is. The ones where social media is making them instantly famous,
right,
and they're not even pouring into their own craft, versus the one who really, want to have that artistry. They study it. So it's like, unfortunately, the ones who study it and got the real gift are being outshined by the ones on social media and doing anything just to get that attention.
Oh, that's so scary. Wow. It's kind of sad, but it kind of shows that's the direction we're going in. But then I guess it brings back the question, why is it so much in the Black community? Because I'm trying to think, who are the artists? Is it more common for a artist or a celebrity to become a celebrity based off their rise to fame from social media? Is that more in the Black community, do you think, or is that just across the board? I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like it's across the board.
Got it.
Yeah, I feel like it's across the board.
Not across the board. You know what's funny? This next story we got coming up about Jonathan Majors, I did not read it. I just read the first. I read Jonathan Majors, and I thought this was about him saying that he had been molested. I did not realize that he had a recording. Jesus. He cannot catch a break. Jonathan Majors cannot catch a break.
It is wild. It's like when he is picking up speed, and his movie is going to be coming out soon.
Him and Megan, but they engaged. They looking happy. They finally not picking on his clothes or whatever. And
body tight and right.
I know. It's always been tight and right.
Yeah, this is true. But yeah, so it's like he is forever being haunted by his ex.
Yes.
So this is dealing with his ex, the same one that he pretty much got charged for, and a lot of the things were taken away from him. Ex-girlfriend in a newly leaked audio, and it seems to, well, you can hear.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of admits to strangling her. But you all listen to this and let me know what you think of the audio.
It's just, I've never high aggressive. He strangled me.
Listen to your mouth.
All those things are under aggressive. Yeah. That's never happened to me. So I
because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
Clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly
something inside of you.
Yeah, towards you.
Did you hear that part?
I don't hear anything, so maybe it's me.
I never wrestled with a woman before.
He's saying I never wrestled with a woman before. But hold on, I'll go ahead and get the what you need to know and what was said real quick, But it sounds like he somewhat admitted to,
Jesus,
probably putting his hands around her throat. So Majors, I'm ashamed I've never aggressive with a woman before. I've never aggressed a woman. I aggressed you. And then her name is Jabari. You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Is she white?
This is the one that was chasing her down the street and why he got charged. And all the movies and stuff was taken away from her.
Yeah, I know that was her name. Sorry.
Jabari. Yeah, I would have thought it was something different. But she said, you strangled me and pushed me against the car. Majors, yes. All those things are under aggressed. Yeah. That's never happened to me, Jabari, because I said something sarcastically in your eyes. Majors, well, clearly it's more than that. Jabari, something inside of you. Majors, yeah, towards you. So basically, he was pretty much saying it's you that brings this out of me. But
which is a deeper conversation.
It's definitely a deeper conversation. However, I guess my question to you is: do you feel as though this newly audio? Do you feel like it will impact him again, or do you feel like, okay, he served his time, he went through the ridicule, social media, and we're good with keeping moving?
Served his time. You know how I feel about the black man, child. He served.
Right, that's what I thought.
He served his time. He did what the white man law said, and it's a wrap. White lady, go on over there. We don't even know who you are anymore. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I know. I guess you're the victim allegedly. I don't truly care, to be honest with you. God forgive me. Well, erase that part. I can't erase it because it's a lie.
Okay, but no, you're saying what other people are thinking. But go ahead.
Yeah, I stand with all victims. But at the end of the day, boo. Who cares? Move on. Whatever. He did his time. What's his movie he got coming out next? That's all I care about. He did his time. He paid his crime. He about to procreate with a whole beautiful black woman.
Because there was a couple of things, and when it was found out, because there was video footage when they were either in that hotel, casino, wherever they were during that specific night, she did lie about some things. So for me, it sounds like she can be a manipulator as well. She could do things to, if you know he got certain
triggers.
Yeah, and I feel like she was playing on them, especially that night. She's sitting there. He trying to run away from her, and she running towards him. So it's a lot up in the air that can be said about this. But I do feel as though it shouldn't affect him. I hope people just move on. Now, if he circled a block on this shit and on somebody else, baby, we coming for your neck.
He ain't crazy to do that with Megan.
No, he not.
He's not gonna
because
do
he had the whole Black Hollywood on.
Yeah, it'll be a wrap for him. Bury him, put him under it. He'll never make another movie again. But it
Really?
does raise the question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should say it, child.
Say it.
It just okay, Pink Panther. It raises the question. Ooh, it's dirty. I'm about to say. So basically, if a woman is constantly provoking a man, does he? I mean, he should walk away. I guess.
You say he shouldn't or should?
He should. I mean, I guess he just should walk away.
Yeah, he definitely should. I mean, even though he tried that one night and she was just following right. I mean, he was running. He did a long stride. It wasn't no.
How scared are you of him that much of you following behind him, child? I don't know.
I mean, it's just that whole situation just seemed toxic.
It does.
So.
Yeah, because you can be in a situation with a man, and most of the time women know like kind of how far to go. So I feel like, to me, if what my ancestors are telling me right now, as I'm gonna tell you what they're saying. It's just like she knew that this is a black man. She's a white woman. They're telling me that because she knew, that he was headed for greatness. She knew his triggers. She knew what to do. So she did him almost low key intentionally because for whatever reason, she wanted to get him where it hurts, and she knew that getting him where it hurts would be, putting. I don't think that what he did allegedly isn't right. But I don't think she is innocent as she trying to portray, child.
That part, me neither. I don't think, because especially them courts is not going to be lenient on a black man like that. So if there was something behind that, truly, and my thing is, if your pressure points and trigger points for your spouse or your significant other, and you playing those type of games
with a big old black
walk
man,
away.
Right?
Just walk away.
It's really just given, like, okay, you know what? You want to play these games? I'm gonna play my white card, and we're gonna see who lose, and that's what it's given. And let this be a tall tale to you men. Let this be a tall tale to you men.
Who leaked the audio? Where did it come from all of a sudden? And right before his movie comes out?
I'm saying. And it sounds like she was almost baiting him into this conversation because she knew that it was being recorded. It's just given. I hope you learn your lesson.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Because it reminded me of that sense, because this is partially domestic, but it reminded me of that Simpsons, the intro when, Homer was choking Bart, and he was like, Lord forgive me, I'm sorry.
I don't watch those kind of things.
We all watch Simpsons. Do you better not act like you never watched the Simpsons.
I don't think I watched the Simpsons. I did. I did.
Bing, 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 bing,
I miss them. That you know what? When we had the Simpsons, it was a better world out there.
It really was. It really was.
Now, let me ask you this, as you find out the story. Let me ask you this:
Mhm.
do you think that him and Megan are going to go the long haul?
I feel like it. I feel like they could go the long haul. I feel like that's what their intentions are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just hope for the best.
For
I
the
just hope
best.
for the best.
It's something about them. I'm not gonna lie. It's something about Megan Good and Jonathan Majors that looks a little bit strange. But at the end of the day, nobody. I mean, shit, everybody looks strange to me nowadays. But it's just a strange
I'm
pairing.
thinking, do you think it's strange because y'all don't
The
kill me?
manner.
Don't.
Oh.
I mean, we have Megan Good, sex symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Majors is his own sex in his own right, but he's like that ugly fine. Do you think it's just like is that where you're having that trouble? You got the fine with the ugly fine?
I don't think he's ugly fine. I think he's fine. I don't think he's ugly fine.
I feel like he's like an ugly fine, and
Right.
that's still fine to me. That's like that's like a fine with a story to tell.
I'm gonna tell you, and this is nothing against you, but I feel like when
Mhm.
people say that he's an ugly fine, I think it's because of his some of his features, and I feel like we gotta be careful in our community with that. And even
Oh no, I love his features.
I know you do. I'm just saying I've heard people say that, and I feel like it's coming from some type of other place. But I feel like
Mhm.
he's fine. I don't think he's ugly fine. I think he. Did you see him in that damn movie with that Rocky movie? Fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
no, he look good.
No ugly fine. So at the end of the day, I don't see that. I think I just see that it's them two together. Like her, which I guess, oh Lord, what is going on? Her and Devin, who is also now engaged, they made more sense, but obviously they didn't work. So I guess shit, you don't know what works anymore. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So you think he ugly fine?
I think he's. See, my ugly fine don't mean like my ugly fine mean. I look at you and there's a story. You rough around the edges, but you look edges, but you look good. You still sexy to me, but I just
Can you
feel like
give
you got
me an
your
example of
face
ugly
is a
fine?
story. That's
Is there another celebrity that you think is ugly fine?
Tank. If you're still in the room, can you mention one? Because I know I got several.
I want to know who you think is ugly fine.
And if I can't figure them out, this episode or this show, I definitely bring in a list of ugly fines.
So here's an ugly fine person to me. Now he's not by no means ugly, but Drewski. I think Drewski is very attractive.
You talking about Heavyset?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's handsome.
yeah, he's handsome. I like a good person that can make me laugh. So I don't know. I had a very strong infatuation with Kevin Hart years
Oh, for
ago. I
real?
just knew that he was gonna be my next husband, but it didn't work out.
What? Would he be your type?
100%.
What? Okay.
100%.
Because of the goofiness. I mean, of course, we know he can be serious. We know he about
Yeah,
his business
like
and money, but
so here's the thing about me. Especially as I get older and more experienced, I enjoy someone who can do both. Meaning, you can your bills are paid, your work is handled, you're good, but when it's time to let your hair down, you can let your hair down, even when it's not time to let your hair down. You know what I'm saying? Like laughter for me, jokes and that type of energy is like my medicine. That's just kind of, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
having someone who can do it back, but not just be a loser, you know what I'm saying? Not be a loser and, whatever. Like, give it to me back. Give me a joke. I'm a joke on you. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go to
yeah,
bed. You know what I'm saying? But like, I need somebody that has a good sense of humor is so important to me. I'm very much a sapiosexual. I'm a sapiosexual. Google it if you know what I mean. I'm that times 100. So it's like someone who is still smart, still educated, still understands things, but can do shit with humor. You could be
yeah,
Shrek. You could be Shrek.
yeah. Because I mean, I would definitely need that on my end as well. Because I want to be able to joke. Like I need a best
And
friend. Like I need the back of my neck to freaking hurt because we laughing so hard.
Period.
Like stop, no more type of,
Stop it. Yeah, like that is the ultimate goal. Oh my God. Now I'm trying to think, have you had that with somebody before?
I have a person that I would have thought me and him would have been in a relationship by now. Because honestly, when we get together, I mean, the stuff that we, sit back and laugh about, like we laugh until our stomach hurt, until the back of the neck hurt, until we get a headache to it's just like, okay, we got to take a breath for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that is one of the best things if you can find someone like that and be in a relationship with them.
Yeah, most of my relationships have had a very laughter has been a huge part of the relationship. I find that when I have dated people in the past, and it hasn't been that many that don't have that element of comedy and laughter, it never works at all. Like to me, unless you're beating my ass, if we arguing, I want you to tell a joke. If you see that I'm mad, tell a joke, and I'll do the same, and we'll keep it moving. That's very important to me. Very
That's
important.
one of the best medicines, like you said. Laughter.
Absolutely.
And one of the best medicines that we can talk about right now is, you know what? There seems to be, or there is possibly a cure for sickle cell. And as we know, I don't know if anyone has someone affected by this within their family or within their group friend, or if they even knew of someone throughout their lifetime, but it is predominantly a disease that affects the African American community. Sickle cell disease is more prevalent among people of African descent, including African Americans, but it can also affect individuals of Hispanic, Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and South Asian descent. Approximately 8 to 10% of African Americans carry the sickle cell trait. So from my understanding, this was what is it called? It built up in their systems in Africa to fight off malaria. So that is pretty much how sickle cell actually came about. But also too, with that coming, it caused destruction to the body as well.
Right.
So this person, he's 21 years old, Sebastian Buzil from Laurelton, became the first New Yorker to be cured of sickle cell disease through something, I can't pronounce the word, sorry.
Please
Gene
try.
therapy, Lyfgenia gene therapy at Cohen Children's Medical Center after years of unbearable pain and constant hospital visits. B, I'm gonna call him B, underwent a year-long treatment that included chemotherapy and the infusion of genetically modified cells. The cutting-edge therapy, seen as a promising alternative to bone marrow transplants, has enabled his body to produce normal adult hemoglobin, bringing him one step closer to pain-free life and hopeful future. So I just wanted to bring this to you all. I mean, I don't know too much behind it, but I do know a lot of people in our community are affected by it. So if you can do some research on this, if you know of someone, let them know, hey, have them do their own research who may be affected by this. I'm just curious in when, they may release this to those, who may have this. Like, do you feel like this is a cure that they just found out about, or do you feel like it's a cure that's been there? Because I do feel like some of these medical age, what's the right terminology? I feel like a lot of them do have cures for things.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
They make a lot of money off of.
See, here's the thing, being that, like you said, sickle cell is very prominent in the Black community, and I feel like that's why. I mean, I'm sure it's on the top of nobody's list to try and find a cure for it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of times that the community that does have that is not financially whatever as other communities can be when it comes to other diseases. Like, I mean, always think about Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been here for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And people always say, well, damn, you know what? He had the money back then. Because, right now, not a big deal. But way back then, it kind of was a big deal. And it kind of was a death sentence, you know what I'm saying? And so he really started, to me, from what I can remember, this whole thing of, the money is what gets the healing. I think that if sickle cell was more prominent in other communities, it would probably, that cure would have been out by now.
Yeah, and you know what? I do feel like it would have been. I mean, it's taken seriously now, but like you said, the sense of urgency of wanting to find a cure, Yeah, it definitely probably would have been figured out a lot quicker. Like Stephanie Gregg, she says my godson has sickle cell. Definitely sending up prayers for your godson, but
How many
let them
godkids you got,
know
Stephanie?
let them know there is some hope out there. Get close to finding a cure. Did you want to talk about the Real Housewives as our last, or
Ooh, let's do that. But before we do that, let's do that. But before we do that, we talk about, I like to talk about love and stuff. Is there a certain zodiac sign that you've dated in the past that you tend to go for?
I've never been the one to go off of when it comes to astrology and the different signs. I for real, I could not tell you what, unless it's the Leo, or what's the one with two faces?
Gemini?
Yeah. I mean, I could probably tell you that because two faces, meaning they two faced. But other than that, I don't. Yeah, so I wouldn't know which one would probably be
Just
best.
curious, yeah. Because you were saying something you said made me wonder, like if you had a certain type that you tend to go for as far as like energy. But yeah, let's get into Housewives, Charlotte. Let's close with the Housewives. Now make sure you guys are hitting that live if you're watching us now or watching us in the replay. Mike is come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta of it all, and we're glad to have you back.
Because Lord knows I have not been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Why did you stop watching it?
It was just too much was happening as far as in the shakeup. There were some that I liked more than others, but then also too, it just got to a point to where the storylines weren't really. It wasn't giving that punch. Yeah. So I just kind of veered off and just kind of left it behind. Yeah. But now I have entered the chat again. I'm back in.
So y'all know that the Real Housewives of Atlanta season, is it season 16? I think, I don't know, but the most recent season is out, child. They premiered 2 weeks ago. We've had 2 episodes, and me and Mike was already disagreeing about the last episode. I did watch it. We know that this season is pretty special because we have Shamia. She's back and she has a peach. She's always been kind of a friend of the show, and she's really the queen bee when it comes to being a wife, being a mother, being a rich ass bitch in Atlanta #1. And then we have my girl, Portia. I love you, Portia. She's back, and I'm excited to have her here, and I'm on her side, Mike. So don't go too far.
Portia. I mean, so I like Portia to a certain extent. In the beginning, God created. You remember that song? Genesis. But in the beginning, when it came to Portia, I mean, I liked her. I still do. But now these past few years, I feel like sometimes she be trying to play the victim. I do feel as though that she could be a homewrecker as well. And get that girl that you said was your associate / friend, and you pretty much took her man. Whether or not they were fully divorced, whether or not they were fully separated, they were in the house, and you just parlaying around the pool as if you didn't know what your intentions were.
You're going way too fucking far at this point. Don't do that.
But okay, so that wasn't the gist of what this is all about. So last night, she got upset with Drew Sidora.
Hold on, time out. Do you believe that she took that lady man? Are you joking, or what's going on with that?
I mean, she entered the chat when the chat wasn't closed all the way out. So either way, she played a part, even if they had already separated. But like I was saying, when it came to Drew Sidora, last night's episode.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'll ask you this. I'll let it go. If you guys I'm asking you this. If you so when taping these reality TV shows, a lot of these people are not really friends. From what I understand, from what I have ascertained, Fallon she wasn't even Portia's friend like that. They just used Portia to anchor her into the story, into the storyline, into the show. They were not friends. Now, did they become friendly after she was on the show? Yes, but at the end of the day, like, they were not friends. So don't say that like that. My question to you is, if that was you, and let's say that Bob over here was, a new housewife or whatever, and it was your job to bring him in, and you don't know him, but you just doing your job as a housewife. He is married, but about to be separated from, his partner, and maybe you like, oh shit, like that's the love of your life, and now that they're no longer together, are you gonna really care about Bob? No, you're not. You're not gonna miss out on the love of your life for somebody you just met.
Well, if it's the love of my life, it'll automatically come back if it's actually meant to be. Like, I
Oh,
can't go into a house understanding, knowing that, yeah, we may not be associates / friends. I need to bring you in on this show, but I'm not going to be walking through around the pool with intentions, trying to scope the place, trying to prowl and see exactly what,
walking around the pool with intentions. What is that? What does that even mean?
Because when she came in that house during that episode, when we first got an introduction to Phelan, whatever her name is, she walked in that house, went to the back pool. I can tell she had just had a conversation with her sister, talking about something. I'm about to go here and get her man. They had a conversation.
I think you're triggered at this point. I think somebody has done this to you, and now you're trying to get back at Portia because she walked in, child. Like people like us, we walk in.
I saw it all over her forehead. Like she came through with intentions on knowing what she wanted to do. But anyway, so the episode from last night, Portia was upset with Drew Sidora because Drew stated, or she found out that there were rumors circulating that she was working with her ex, who is Dennis. Drew stated that she had a conversation with.
Is ugly fine.
I just don't even think he's fine.
No, I don't.
Okay. I didn't even know how to segue out of that one, but yeah. So make it long story short. She was upset with Drew Sidora for working with her husband, her ex,
right, her baby daddy.
Yeah, her baby daddy. Would you have an issue with that if one of your friends worked with your ex baby daddy, but you knew they weren't?
You're minimizing it for the purposes of your storyline, child. Number one, let's bring out some facts here. It wasn't just because they was working together. It's because of the verbiage that Drew Sidora was putting out there. Oh, he's my angel. He's my lifeline. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And she lied about
that was.
She lied about Portia knowing the full whatever of their connection, number one, and also Drew was using her baby daddy for a storyline. They all up in the club. She's dead wrong. She's dead wrong for that. She should have and you ain't been here for years. At the end of the day, when Drew Sidora came on this cast, everybody came for her fashions, for her hair, everything about her, and Portia was the one person that really had her back. So at the end of the day, I would understand why Portia would be like, damn, can I have some loyalty somewhere?
I still don't feel sorry for Portia.
Yeah, because you don't like her.
I mean, because she's not innocent in all of this. Like, she is not innocent.
Innocent, but at the end of the day, she's valid in her feelings.
Yeah, no, she's valid in her feelings, but she's also wrong in part of her feelings. Because last night she sat there and told Dennis that that Drew Sidora was saying all this other type of stuff as if insinuating they were together. She didn't say insinuating that they were together, but you knew what she was trying to get at when she was talking to Dennis.
I would never.
She wasn't because Drew said, "Look, we did not." Drew said, "Your
baby daddy is just my angel. Like he's getting me through tough times. It's just inappropriate."
Yeah, because she also stated that Dennis talked to her ex because he wants them to get back together. So then and there, she shouldn't have took those words.
Where through your ex person play if I
No, Dennis even said that when Portia went back to go talk to him. Dennis was like, "Yes," and I actually talked to Ralph because he wanted to see them work it out, get back together. But for some reason, Portia, who is undoubtedly more than likely still interested in Dennis and want him, I don't know why she just won't admit it.
Please.
I'm just saying, she still want Dennis. She still want the hot dog maker.
Number one, he the one looking at her and whatever. Like that's not true. That's not true. That's your falsities you're putting on Portia because you don't like her.
Well, I'm new to the block. Again, I got to learn some things of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Get an update. I mean,
you can't hide the realness of the show. You can't hide what you've seen. Like you don't even have to know the background to know right from wrong, sweetheart.
I don't care too much for Portia.
So, and that's my point right there. So therefore, anything she say or do, you gonna have a problem with. And see that's how you can't even give me.
I feel like you try to poke my eye out with that finger. Like as if I said rent a spoons.
You can't even give me a unbiased
Rent a spoons. Rent a spoons. Rent a spoon. That's how I felt. I felt like Cole. I felt like you just tried to dig my eye out like Martin did Cole.
anything to deflect. Anything to how was the word? To deflect from me being right yet again and you being wrong. Anyway, guys, we should be coming out with something quarterly soon about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm so tired of being the right one.
Because we're gonna have a separate segment.
It's exhausting.
We're gonna have a separate segment of a whole spiel on the episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Also, too, for those who were probably wondering what happened to the political pit stop, that will now be only on Thursday.
Nobody.
Yes, they are. Sky Blue was wondering that. She's just not in here to tell you that.
No, boo. Ain't nobody said that. You worry about the political pit stop. Ain't nobody worry about.
Well, for the ones who like the political pit stop, it will be back only on Thursdays and on Mondays if something drastic or urgently needs to be. What are your thoughts for tonight's show in your ending words?
Don't point at me. Listen, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm playing. Great show as always. To the limits, to the fire. Whatever it is, what may.
Yes.
I just took me a what I just took. I just took me a Nama Sleep Plus edible. I wonder what's gonna happen with me tonight.
Well, let me know how it goes because I might have to invest.
So if you want to invest, go to any podcast episode on my other podcast, child, and go into the comments and use that link to order your Nama products. I took another sleep gummy the other day and I was knocked out, but it still made me hungry. It made me awfully hungry.
Oh, wow.
That's the only part. That's the only bad part about taking these edibles.
That'd be the downside of stuff. I mean, that's what I heard. But
it make you. Some of these make you so hungry that you will you will do
the way I almost ate my whole refrigerator the other day. But
it's awful. Sorry.
I mean, so I've heard. But yeah, if you can, make sure you maintain your peace. Understand your triggers.
My peace.
And set your boundaries. You are my peace.
You are my peace. And I will. Maybe Kendrick might see this and you can get a job with him.
I'm actually trying to work at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium so I can get into this concert come April. I just want to be at the concession stand and dip off.
Can't buy a ticket.
No, I can't. No.
Living in the ghetto.
Oh, I see that y'all coming for Kendrick. I see that y'all coming for Kendrick without